Should Sega make a grand return to the gaming scene?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And if they do, which iconic games would you love to see revived? So as you know, Sega at one point had been a cornerstone in the gaming industry, bringing us unforgettable titles and video gaming consoles that shaped our childhoods. From the legendary Sonic the Hedgehog to the immersive Phantasy Star. But the gaming landscape evolves, right? Like it would do as the years go by and technology becomes more sophisticated. Many of us wonder if Sega should make a comeback. What do you think? Right, so let's take a trip down memory lane for a brief moment and revisit some of Sega's most beloved games. Titles like Shenmue, Jet Set Radio, Super Hang-On, Outrun, and Streets of Rage have left a lasting impact on gamers worldwide. Regardless of how good Streets of Rage 2 is, the first Streets of Rage was my very first introductions to beat-em-ups. And what an introduction it was. So thank you very much, Sega, for that. Imagine these classics with a modern twist, enhanced graphics and new storylines. Which game would you want to see brought back to life? It doesn't necessarily have to be games I've listed so far, like I mentioned earlier, but if you've got any Sega games that you would like to see rise from the ashes of its IP, then share it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. So our community is filled with passionate gamers who have a deep love for Sega's legacy. In my most recent video, the Sega Return, Why the World Needs It Now, I received an overwhelming response from you all, with over pretty much 800 views on the video and many comments. It's clear that the desire for Sega's return is strong, especially with some specific members who actually commented. So let's keep the conversation going and hear more about your favourite Sega memories and what you'd like to see in the future. Talking about the Sega fans, I'm going to shed some light on some of my favourite comments from you minions out there that you kindly gave me. So, starting off, from SNEShead3326, I absolutely loved it when you said what is probably one of the goatest comments I've ever read, which was, Sega are gods. They don't need to mess with the console market anymore. Honestly, man, talk about having the food equivalent of a buffet in terms of a comment. I absolutely agree, to some extent, of course. We have Retro Restore. I love your comment when you said, Sega fanboy here. Wonderful to meet you. Kalinske should return and SOJ should shut up and let the man work. I did some research into who he was and I greatly appreciate the comment. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We have a comment from Found Oasis. Simple yet effective comment when you said, the world needs Sega games. I could not agree more with you. The world needs Sega games like a dehydrated man needs fresh water. That's how much the world needs Sega games right now. We've come from Bacon Sandwich. Again, with the huge buffet kind of comment and not the rabbit food kind. I absolutely loved reading from someone who was a huge Sega fan back in the day. Talking about that if Sega was to return, how they would need to adapt in the current landscape of gaming and the modern practices of what not to do in terms of selling badly developed games or doing stupid things that other companies in gaming do that qualify as bad practices. Hoping Sega doesn't make the same mistakes of what they did before, along with what's not working right now in the industry. Greatly appreciate your comment. Thank you so much. Luca Matthew Fry 2328. I loved your comment when you said you would love a new Sega console, but Sega would have to make their games exclusive to their platform to make any real sense. but they would probably make more money if they didn't. It's an interesting to read comments like those on how Sega could benefit with first-party games and being exclusive to their console. Really good food for thought. Thank you very kindly. Yes, I read my comments and I greatly appreciate comments I get. But certain comments are like a barbecue or a buffet. I love those comments so much more. They are highly refreshing. Thank you to all my comments, by the way. So if Sega were to make a comeback, what would it look like? How would they focus on reviving classic titles? Or if they were, perhaps venture into new territories with innovative games? The possibilities are endless and your input could actually shape the future of Sega. Let's dream big and imagine a world where Sega reignites its magic in the gaming industry. Yes, I'm looking at it now. They're currently dominating the market and everyone was laughing at them. No one's laughing now. Yeah, I can imagine it. Your voice matters and together we can keep the spirit of classic gaming alive. So, did you enjoy my video today? Please check out more of my content as I explore and reignite the fires of keeping the retro gaming flame alive. Keep gaming and may retro gaming live on.